What up, Dokkanners? It is time for Chain Battle, the second to last ever Chain Battle in Dokkan. So let's jump in here. This is the NAPPA boss Chain Battle event. So the three advantageous categories are Saiyan Saga, Inhuman Deeds, and Earth-bred Fighters. So in terms of setting up your support line, you want to be using units that can fit as many of those categories as possible and who are also red sparklies. So if you go through and you select those three categories, let's do that. Saiyan Saga, oh my god, blind. Earth-bred Fighters and Inhuman Deeds. Inhuman Deeds obviously doesn't work for the heroes, so we'll just do a full match between Earth-bred Fighters and Saiyan Saga, and we'll take a look at who we got here. So all of these units show up for me as Saiyan Saga Earth-bred Fighter characters. So I'm going to select all of the red sparkly Gokus as I can. The reason why we know that it's Goku as the best setup is because we have had people in the Chain Battle community to do the work for us. So big shout out to them because they did it. We don't have to actually like fiddle around with these different characters trying Yajirobe, Tien, and all that stuff. So go for all of the Gokus, the Kaioken Gokus as you can. If you don't have all Kaioken Gokus, then the next best thing would be to go for other characters that are in the same cross section of categories. So Tien, Piccolo, Gohan, those types of characters. So do your best. If you can get all the Gokus though, do that. There are some good options like free-to-play. There is the free-to-play version Z Goku. There's the TUR version of the version Z Goku, both easily obtainable from the story event. Kaioken Goku from World Tournament, things of that nature. So then do the same thing for the Extreme side. So for Extreme side, they are not Earth-bred Fighters during Saiyan Saga, but they are Inhuman Deeds. So we'll do that cross-section and take a look. So we go down here. And if we look at Inhuman Deeds and Saiyan Saga, it's basically Vegeta all the way through. So if you have a bunch of Vegetas, that works. Most of you probably will not. So if you don't have all of that, then do the partial match and you will have a little bit more. Try to pick up whatever units you can that closely resemble the Vegeta or closely correlate to the Vegeta. So in this graphic that we see here, something like Baby Vegeta would work down here. I don't see anything past this. As far as this graphic is concerned, there might be other ones out there. If I can find the Misaka graphic, that one usually has a little bit more of the extra units past D tier. I will try to post that, but basically you want to be bringing as many Vegetas as possible. There are some free-to-play ones here. The Super Strike Vegeta, the 8-bit Vegeta, they're SSRs. And then also in terms of attackers, the best two options in the game are both free-to-play. The best one overall is actually the Super Strike Vegeta. This was discovered after the fact on the JP side that the Super Strike Vegeta is in fact better than the Prime Battle Krillin. Both are way better than the summonable characters, so don't worry about those. And then of course you got version Z back here. So free to play is all over the place on this Chain Battle setup. So once you have both support lines set, we're going to jump in and we're going to see what we can do. So as of right now, I haven't done any meaningful runs, which is why I'm at 48%. We're going to do those meaningful runs now in this video. So let me see. Okay, let's take a look at this one. So Super Strike Vegeta is the main attacker. Kaioken Goku 7-year LR is the connector. LR Vegeta 7-year part 2 is the other connector. And then you want to be going for as many Kaioken Gokus as possible and as many Saiyan Saga Vegetas as possible, preferably bringing in like the LR, the EZA, the TUR of the LR, that sort of thing. But you just basically follow this graphic. You want to have as many of these higher ranked characters in the support lines as possible. The more you've got, the better your chances of getting a maximum score would be. So let's jump in here and let's see what we can do. All right, so it looks like I got a pretty good setup to start. We will mess around and see if we can find something better. Don't forget that the support lines do change at the top and the bottom of every hour. So among all of your friends, if you don't have a favorable support lineup and you want to find something better, wait every 30 minutes and then you will get something different. So let's see what we've got here. So in terms of the details, I've got 75 to 28. Oh, this is for the extreme side. Okay. So that's 105 for the extreme side. For the super side, we've got 114. So both seem good. As far as the units that are involved here, it looks like we're covering most of the units that we want. Version Z as well as all of the LRs. All of the LR copies. So yeah, the super side looks really good. For the extreme side, we got the LR, we got the TUR. We don't have the physical Vegeta in there though. That's the only unfortunate part. Let's see if we can find a better extreme support setup. I am recording this hour 1, day 1, night 1, so not all of the best support lineups are going to be there right away, but we'll see. I mean, look, we'll just start with this one. Let's see how we do. Also, I am recording this with my mirror software, so I don't have the luxury of doing the time stop, which is going to make this a little bit tougher. So let me actually Let me hone in here. Okay, I want to pick up all the Gokus preferably. Ah! Dang it. I saw the Gokus, but then I saw the Vegetas, and I think my instinct bias just kicked in and I picked Vegetas. And I picked the wrong one. That 8-bit one I shouldn't have picked. I should have picked the EZA one. Oh, it's gonna bite me. That's gonna bite me. All right, I got 140.4 million. I think that's a pretty good score to start, but it can be better for like in terms of like competitive chain battle. But well, look, we're just going for top 1%, right? So before I do a reset, I'm gonna do another run with only free-to-play setups. So in terms of the connectors, after the double S rank summonable LR, the next best thing would be either version Z or the Kaioken Goku. So we're gonna actually try that. Let's do the version Z Goku as the, yeah. So we're gonna assume that you have the Super Strike unit as the attacker. We're gonna have the version Z as the connector. And then for the extreme side, we are gonna use the 8-bit Vegeta as the connector. So those are gonna be our units. Let's do another setup here. I gotta get this done within the half-hour interval so that I can do one more run. So let's see. Yeah, not everyone is out and about yet. Okay, let's try that one. One looks pretty good. That one has all of the components of the LR. We've got the 8-bit Goku in there. Okay, and then let's go for this side. This actually looks pretty good. So this is gonna be a pretty elevated version of the free-to-play style. So let's try this. Let's see what we can do with a free-to-play setup. Free-to-play connectors, free-to-play attacker, and some pretty decent support lines. The extreme side looks way better than the super side. So this probably constitutes a little bit more of an average run for you guys. Don't do the time stop. Don't do the time stop. Dang it. Yeah, it works. Again with the 8-bit. Got another 8-bit in there. All right, let's see what sort of score we're gonna get on this one. So 140 million is really, really high. That is not a reasonable score to consider for like minimum top 1%. I would say probably like 115 million. It's 111 million. This seems like, maybe I should have done this first. This seems like probably around where you want to be scoring. It's over 100 million. So you cover that mission and it's still, I think, within striking distance of top 1% if it's not already. Hour 1, night 1, 111 million should net you top 1%, but as the event continues, if more people score above that, you will eventually be bumped down. So you got to pay attention to your score and see how other people are scoring relative to you, and you might need to make some adjustments to potentially come on back. So let me go ahead and just do a quick reset. Let me go back to the setup that I had before, and let's make some improvements to see if we can build upon what we got here. So the super side was good. It was the extreme side that could have used a little work. So let me do a few change ups here and we'll be right back. All right, so I found a different lineup. When you compare that to this one, actually, this is a great way to compare. So this one gives me a, what, 101? Yeah, a 101 score. Whereas this one gives me a 105 score. So in terms of absolute value, I think this is better, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm an expert. I am not. I am a chain battle demigod, if anything. The chain battle gods know what they're doing. You know what's ironic? I was actually gonna learn the intricacies of chain battle. I was gonna go through this really well put together presentation on chain battle, and then they announced the end of chain battle. So I have no reason to learn it now. So I'm gonna continue and drift off into the sunset, continuing my journey as a noob. I'm gonna try this just for the sake of being different. This one does hit on the physical Vegeta requirement that we see in the B tier. I don't know if that helps or if it hurts. So we will try that for the sake of this experiment. Although I guess we could try this one down here because this one gives us, actually, this one looks better. This one might be better. I'm gonna, okay, let's see what this one gives us. This one gives us 103. All right, let's go ahead and try this one. This one touches on the physical. This one gives us all of it. So let's do this. Let's see what this one gives us. The values are lower overall, like 105 versus 103. If I can pick up the proper trio, maybe that can help. I don't know. And then I'll do one more. I think I'll do one more attempt on this. Also, there's a building smiling at the bottom of the screen. That distracts me every single time. You see that? Okay, I got all the LR Kaioken Gokus. I think that's good. I think the Vegetas would have been better because all the Vegetas are higher up. My max score is 140.4. 138. Okay, so yeah, those couple of points made a big difference. So let's run it back one more time. This will be the last run of the video, and let's see what I can do in terms of getting a better score, right? So let's do this. Let's do that, and let's do this, and let's do that. Let me do one quick check of all remaining support lines. Nope, there's nothing. One of the perils of making this video hour one of day one of chain battle. The chain battle gods, not all of them have populated the support lines yet, so I don't have as many options. Therefore, it is harder to find the best setup, but that's okay. This video is meant to show you guys just the typical run. That building is smiling at me. Ah! Oh, I took that extra second. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. This is why time stop is so important. Oh, I took too long. I'm gonna get a 139 just because of that. Just because of that. All right, I'm out. Ah! All right, there you have it. Second to last chain battle ever. After this comes to an end. What sort of scores have we seen so far? Yeah, so hour one, day one, we are looking at around 140. Things will slowly skew upward, but I would say top 1% is probably around like 111, 110, 115, something like that. So you saw what I did with the free-to-play setup. None of those units, like all the components on the support line or on the setup, is all free-to-play. The support lines are all reflective of your friends, but in terms of completely free-to-play, it can be done with the Super Strike Vegeta, as you see in this graphic here, and the version Z Goku as the attacker. Whoa. This guy. And then as the connector goes, you would have the 8-bit Vegeta. And that unit does require an EZA, so you're gonna have to get on it. But yeah, it can totally be done free to play. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let in the comments your thoughts on this chain battle so far. Given that it's only been like an hour, how did you do on your chain battle run? Are you going to be trying more and more throughout the week? With the last two chain battles being this one and Harudagarn, are there any final parting thoughts that you have about the event? Are you going to be trying at all, or are you just going to let it go as it drifts off into the sunset? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let you know when I see more of my stuff doing. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to chain battle responsibly.